Hey guys, welcome to the Real Talk podcast. This is episode number 24.
Yeah, something like that.
I probably should have checked. Should have checked that before the. That's a low 20.
That's your age.
It's because it's older than you.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm the oldest person here. Anyway, I'm Jacob. I'm the host. Over there, you'll recognise from last week is Jared Kiddo. Touch him again. He's the guest. You have to let him. Touch him on the nip. Touch him on the nip. And this is the unfortunate face of Tom Rice, who's my younger brother. He's been on a few podcasts now. This will be your fourth or fifth, third or fourth.
Yeah, it's a number.
It's been an amount of podcasts.
Yeah.
Higher than one, lower than up.
You were on the very first one.
Yeah.
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 Weird.
No wonder we did so poorly.
Yeah, obviously, you're distracted by how good I am at podcasts.
Yeah, true.
Your unwavering confidence never ceases to amaze me. So obviously this week we got a couple of trailers that we're super excited to talk about. So mainly Star Wars: Rise of Skywalker and Joker,
Yeah.
and then a few bits and pieces about Joker. We'll talk about Star Wars last
Yeah.
because I know what we're like, and that's what we're like. And there's like a few like Star Wars, and there's lightsabers behind you. There's a
stack.
Yeah, I did rearrange this.
What?
So for
What
those
did
of
I
you
say
who
to you?
don't know,
What did I say to you?
Tom lives with us also.
If you wanted it rearranged, ask me.
Well, it just like to me when it looked like that, it looked nice, but like I'm really running out of space, so I think I need to double
I'll
up on my
fix
rows.
it.
All right, fine. Well, you weren't around, so I did it myself. Clearly, it wasn't a good job.
No, why is Batman there and Morty?
Oh my god.
I had it in alphabetical and categorical order.
Your OCD is gonna kill me one day.
No, I
gonna be
think
me.
he'll just kill you.
After this, you can fix my popcorn collection.
You can buy me lunch.
I don't want to buy you lunch. Man,
He doesn't want to fix your pop vinyl collection, but he has to. Anyway, what did we all think about the Joker trailer?
Dude, I fucking loved it. It was great.
Yeah, I'm kind of confused.
Yeah, a little bit confused. What are you confused about?
Because I'm so used to Joker being the Joker.
Like a Batman villain?
Yeah, like a villain. I mean, this one, he just kind of looks like a misunderstood crazy dude.
Like Joaquin Phoenix in face paint. Who basically at this point, he is the Joker. He has been for several decades.
Like, I mean, have you seen like all the reviews and everything like that? What everybody said. I think like it was at the Venice Film Festival. It got an 8-minute standing ovation. Apparently, like, and they're calling it like this is his masterpiece. Like it's, I think IGN gave it like a 10 out of 10.
It's a pièce de résistance.
Yeah.
I don't like my seating choice.
Well, because you're...
My neck is lower.
Too late.
So your neck, your back.
And the rest of my body, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
When you get older.
You're 20. Fuck you. Yeah, no, look, we've been excited for the Joker movie for months.
Ever since
Like,
it's all-
released.
since the costume teaser, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's definitely got confirmed for an R rating, like last week,
Yeah.
After raunchy. It's not for that, it's for something else.
for ridiculously violent, I imagine.
Yeah. I feel like it is. I feel like they are going to take the really violent. Like even in the trailer, that bit when he's like, you can definitely tell he's stomping on a dude's head behind that back.
I thought so.
Yeah.
But I also
He's
not
either
sure.
he's stomping on something. It could be a dude's head or a dog. I'm not sure, but he's the Joker.
Dude.
He is the
Rated
Joker,
R.
like-
Yeah, he's the Joker. And it's rated
No
R.
one's that evil.
Joker is that evil. Joker is not above kicking a dog.
Yeah. What he did to Robin, there's yeah.
In fairness, we voted for that.
Posh plan as well.
Who?
Robin.
Which one?
Which one?
How many Robins were there?
The one.
Officially? I think 5?
There was Tim Drake.
Well, do you count the one that turns into Nightwing?
Yeah, so it's Dick Grayson, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, and
That's it. 4.
Damian Wayne,
Which was the one that was
and then
tortured by the Joker?
Jason Todd.
Jason Todd.
JT.
And then you've got Carrie Kelly, who's the Dark Knight Returns Joker.
Yeah.
That is officially canon.
Nice.
So 5. And then there's been like multiple like spin-offs and non-canon, like different universes.
Yeah.
It's comics.
Yeah, true.
Right.
But like
It's-
going back to what you said, it's not above the Joker to stop a dog to death. Like he's insane. But just even in the trailer, like just even looking like a little bit further into the trailer, that scene where he's all sinewy, he's really skinny, and like his face is just painted white, and he's just doing that really creepy stance in the doorway.
Yeah.
That to me, like, you take away all, like you just, and I said it like at the beginning when I saw the teaser trailer. Well, not the teaser trailer. The first trailer.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody else would have pulled off that kind of thing that they're going with the Joker. Like, physically, he looks he looks unsettling.
I mean, arguably, Christian Bale could have pulled it off.
Oh yeah.
That guy does some ridiculous body transformations.
Yeah, like in the mechanic, he lost like.
He lost, like,
like
he was like 40 kilos.
It was 49 or between 49 and 54.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, he was
mechanic.
dangerously underweight, and then he packed on
And
like
he
100
was-
kilos for
and then he was
Batman
97 for Batman.
That's ridiculous.
within the space of like 8 months.
So almost doubled his body weight in essentially muscle mass. It's impressive.
Which is
It's
crazy,
impressive.
and I
It's
can't
also-
even stop eating burgers. Like,
Yeah.
it's just there are 2 types of people. I'm not that type,
Christian Bale
and then there's normal people.
and then there's no.
If you paid me $1 million, I'd stop eating burgers.
Nah, couldn't do it.
No, you couldn't.
That's harsh.
Well, your diet is what, banana bread and hamburgers.
Hey, I still look pretty. I still look good. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do look good. You look good. Yeah, I'm
You can
fine.
lie to yourself, but you can't lie to the camera.
I know it. Don't give me that. Don't do the silent treatment on me. You make me second guess myself now. But yeah, no. Like just going back to what he looks like, he just looks unsettling. I'm pretty sure there was a quote. I'm pretty sure someone said that like this movie will. I think what they say. It will disturb you and move you in all the right ways. Like it would like. It's really hyping me up just to see this.
Second pair of pants.
Well, it's not scary. It's just unsettling.
Not what he meant.
Pardon?
Not what he meant.
Oh,
Maybe it is what I
yuck.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, we can't do that.
No, we can't.
Do what?
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
You know, you might as well just leave. It'll be fine. We'll do the podcast.
I'm not gonna get up.
No, it's all
Mostly
good.
out of laziness. Anything else?
Yeah, there's been a, like,
Is this what's gonna be? You're just gonna be ripping on me the whole time.
No.
yeah, like 40, 45 minutes of this shit left. So before we get to the Star Wars, there was also a video game released this week,
Yeah.
Control.
Any
Which,
good?
I'm the only one who's been playing it. It's
I'm replaying Borderlands, yeah.
it's not bad.
Yeah, from what I've seen,
It's
that-
just
it looks really.
they built it to be this sort of like mind-bending sort of mystery with like puzzles and game, and it's you've got a gun, you shoot things in the face, you get to the next bit of the story, and then you go and you do exactly the same thing over and over again. Like you unlock powers as you go, and it makes the combat more amusing. But I was expecting more.
Like, is it like a puzzle game or is it like?
Like so far, I've done one genuine puzzle.
Right.
Like I actually had to go, okay, how do you do this? The rest of them are they're like these power cells on the wall, and you've got to use your throw ability to throw like power cells at it. And I'm like, and that's it. That's
Where
the
did that come
extent of
from?
the puzzling. They literally don't explain it to you. They also don't explain it to you the first time you have to do it.
Right.
So I was like, what the hell am I? I just got stuck, and I was like, how the hell am I? And then I just started throwing stuff around a room.
Yeah.
and I threw a rock and it let me target the square on the wall, and I just worked out that it was the same shape as the boxes that were around, and I was like, doesn't explain to you that that's a thing.
Yeah.
Because it's a puzzle.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like it's a mechanic that's repeatedly.
Crap if they gave you the answer.
But it's like the first one's not a puzzle. It's like there's like a power cell on the wall opens a gate. It's just one. It's not like you have to work out how to do it. But they don't explain to you that that's. It's not the first time you've seen the batteries,
Yeah.
and it's not.
Like,
It's the first time you like.
I want to ask, like, because it looks creepy. Who was it done by? It was
It's Remedy.
Remedy.
It's the same people who do Quantum Break and Max Payne.
Oh, sick. But
And like, so the mechanics are solid,
Yeah.
but they're not new or interesting. They're just the same.
Yeah.
So rare.
Rate it. What now out of what 10? It's like a 5.
It's not bad.
So it's like it's not bad.
It's just
Like
not
I'm
bad.
gonna finish it purely because like the story is good,
Yeah.
the gameplay is uninteresting.
Okay.
So it's like
I think that's what they're banking on a little bit.
Like,
Because I think they might
it
be banking
is,
on the story.
but it's like every other Remedy game has had its like interesting core mechanic. Like the rest of its gameplay wise is boring as shit. But they've all got their own little sort of quirks. Like Quantum Break, you had that whole time manipulation thing.
Yeah.
Max Payne, you had the slow-mo bullet time if you dove behind stuff and like cover and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And this one is like, it's throwing stuff around, which has been done better by every Star Wars game ever.
Yeah, true.
So it's like,
Lego.
I shouldn't be playing this game thinking, oh, can't wait for Star Wars to come out.
Yeah, true.
And that's what's happening. I'm throwing stuff around, I'm like, can't wait to do this with a lightsaber. When this has been much better with a lightsaber.
When does Fall? Is it Fallen Order?
Yeah.
Yeah, November.
November. It comes
Yeah.
out November.
Uh-huh.
Like, have they released any more footage for it?
No.
Or is it just after?
I mean, there was the E3 demo,
Yeah.
and then there was a 20-minute gameplay demo that came out at Gamescom,
Yeah.
and that's it. That's all we're gonna get to. So,
That makes it.
which I'm happy with. It was
Yeah.
like, here's the trailer, here's what a little bit of the gameplay is gonna look like. Wait, which I like because I don't want
It
the.
keeps you wanting.
Because
It keeps you wanting.
apparently all of the stuff they've shown happens within like the first hour of the game,
Yeah, perfect.
which is good because like I want to play like the first hour of the game is tutorial,
Yeah.
and I don't want to know what happens for the rest of the game until I play.
Yeah, true.
That way, when Ahsoka Tano definitely shows up, looking at you, EA, it'll blow my mind.
Yeah, true. Do you reckon there will be? I know Saul Guerrero is already in it because he was featured in.
I think you're almost definitely going to get an Obi-Wan. Yeah, that guy.
Yes.
There's
I know
almost
Saul
definitely going to be an Obi-Wan like cameo, and you'll probably get a Yoda one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would like there to be like drops and hints to things like Rebels, because this is happening at the same time.
Is it?
It's like the same
Oh, yeah,
like
you're
time
right.
period as you're looking at like right after Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the same timeline is all.
I don't think
Like
there
Rebels
Will be, I
and-
think that you're right. There will be references to like Yoda and Obi-Wan Kenobi, but I think they're gonna try and. I think with this game, it's a good opportunity to kind of widen like their character base as well. 'Cause
Yeah.
they've already done that with like bringing in just the people that we've already seen. Like those are characters that we've never seen before. Saul Guerrero is the only one has already been introduced.
Yeah, but they also I've noticed like it's almost like the cinematic side of Star Wars exists by itself, but all of the other existing like expanded universe stuff all tends to link itself together at some point.
Yeah.
So it's like Rebels got linked to Clone Wars with like Ahsoka Tano and Darth Maul and stuff
Yeah.
in it, and then you've got like even the books link other. The web exists almost exclusively outside of the episodes. So like it wouldn't surprise me, it like genuinely wouldn't surprise me if you ran into like there were cameos from like characters from the Aftermath novels,
Yeah.
like just hanging around a rebel base somewhere.
You know, what I think would be really cool, and I have a feeling, and I don't know why, But what's her name from episode 7, the orange one with the
Maz Katana.
Maz Katana? I have a feeling that she's going to be in this game.
Yeah, she was in the Aftermath novels as well.
Really?
Yeah, she just shows up.
Big Mars.
Yeah.
You're just like, don't know why you're here. Cool, I like it.
She's a cool character, mainly because
She's a cool character, but she got introduced in the films and she's been completely underutilized.
Yeah. Well, in episode 8, apparently, like, she was doing a mission that they just completely brushed over.
Yeah, and like you got to assume that that was gonna be some sort of like book or comic or something, and nothing came out.
Yeah, nothing came
but
out
like
about it.
it was built in Force Awakens, and this is where the real problem with Last Jedi is not the film itself, is that it wasn't a direct continuation from Force Awakens. So the questions that were put there were either ignored
Yeah.
or brushed aside.
Yeah.
Which, like, I get why it happened, but still. So it's like the whole Mars going, I'll explain why
Yeah. that was,
I have Luke's lightsaber later.
Yeah.
And you're like, I can't wait for that explanation. Just never came.
Do you ever think of like scenarios of like how she would have got it? I have one scenario
Well,
that keeps going around in my head. It's
My
like,
theory is, because I've just finished the Aftermath novels,
right.
they do like interludes where you find out like what's happening elsewhere in the galaxy outside of the main story.
Yeah.
And it's Lando retaking Cloud City. So I'm assuming that somewhere along the lines of Lando retaking Cloud City, he's come across Luke's lightsaber. So I would say that would be, because he's obviously he's a scoundrel.
Yeah.
I wouldn't put it past him to go there, like to that tavern to place Sabak,
Yeah. True.
and having to give it to Mars for some Lando-ish reason.
Yeah.
Starting a bar fight or something.
Yeah.
Where she's just like,
Not too outlandish.
eh.
Sorry if I'm sitting for that. I'm very tired.
Dude, I'm tired as well. I've been up since 3 a.m.
I know, I heard you. Thanks, man.
Yeah, we all heard you. We've
You're
all been
gone
up since
quiet.
3.
But your door was open because you had a cat on.
Mine wasn't.
It's hard to be quiet when you're wearing steel caps.
It's hard to be
Everyone
quiet
outside.
when you're you.
Why don't you just put your steel caps on when you get out?
You're asking way too much of me at 3 a.m. in the morning.
Why? I'm stupid like why?
Because you're better at it than I am. And also, you don't have to wear steel caps, you wear sneakers.
I don't put my shoes on until I leave.
He actually doesn't. He gets to the anyway. This is a household argument, not for the podcast. With that being said, do we think that we're going to get the answers to these in Rise of Skywalker?
Why Jared so loud? Or?
Yes.
Yeah, probably.
It's got something to do with the dark side.
With the Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you being loud has something to do with the dark side.
Dude, I'm sorry.
That's
I'm not. You're loud as shit. Don't wake me up at 4 again. I'll kill you.
It was 3.
it was actually, it was 10 to 4, so you were right. You were kind of right. But you were wrong at the
Just don't wake me up.
Okay.
Well, it's all over.
No.
Sorry, still not going to so. I'm pretty sure I'm lyrics wrong. So we're doing like he's doing me over here. Someone did it.
Anyway, Star Wars.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're going to get distracted from Star Wars of all things.
Yeah.
Theories on Star Wars. Are we going to get
Theories
the
on Star
answer to the JJ questions, or?
I'm just wondering. I'm wondering what's happening with the Knights of Ren, because they were built up to be this big thing. Like, they were clearly like students from Luke's academy
Yeah.
that would that went along with Kylo Ren after he burnt down the academy, and he's obviously their master. After episode 8, you don't hear anything about them.
They are definitely
I have
with the Empire.
Yeah, I have a feeling. Also, that's another thing too. I have a feeling that a lot of people are saying, "Oh, the Empire is back because of the fleet of Star Destroyers and all that kind of stuff." I don't know if it's actually the Empire or if it's just a cult that follows under the.
It's the Empire.
It's the Empire.
Yeah. So judging, this is where my opinion is now skewed by having finished the books.
Yeah.
Is that the end of the book is literally like the main Empire character going into unknown space with the remainder of the fleets after the Battle of Jakku.
Right. Okay.
So that's it. So as far as we're concerned, they're in unknown space.
Yeah.
That's it. So it's not beyond reason, because also she's got Sentinels, for people who follow the expanded universe, the Imperial Sentinels, the ones with Emperor Palpatine's face on them.
Yeah.
So it's not outside of the realm of reason for that to be.
Well, nothing's outside.
Like they've been there in some other galaxy, regaining power,
Yeah.
and they're just gonna come back and try and take what they lost in the first place.
Yeah, true.
Like,
But I still feel that, I don't know, they could go both ways. You're probably right with the Empire coming back, but I still kind of have that feeling that they're going to go towards that cult sort of thing. Like there are these group of people who are just devoted to the Emperor, not necessarily the Empire, but
the
like,
children
follow-
of darkness.
Yeah, I have a feel, like I would love to see what they do with the Knights of Ren. I've always been really excited ever since I saw episode 7.
Well, there's that scene in the first trailer that they had, where
He's doing.
yeah, that is
church
that's
thing.
definitely one of
Yeah.
the Knights of Ren.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It is. But whether or not, do you think they'll be armed with lightsabers, or do you think they'll be armed with something else? Because it looks to be slightly more. That leaked poster
Yeah.
that came out a little while ago, I'm not surprised it didn't get used if it was the actual poster. Made it look like they had like the old school Sith weapons. You know, they were lightsaber proof, but they weren't lightsabers.
Alright. I don't know. Maybe they're. I don't know if they're going to be force. I don't know if they're force.
Oh, they're
maybe
definitely force sensitive. Like we
maybe
said, they
are
were kids in Luke's academy, so
They have to be force sensitive.
they're the very least
By
force
assumption.
sensitive. But if you like, if Kylo's taken one out like a bitch,
Yeah.
you've got to assume that they're not.
Well, they're not at these levels.
You know, they're not fully trained.
Like he's the master of he's in charge of that entire.
Well, that's what we've been led to believe. Yes.
Yeah, true. Well, that's what Snoke told us anyway.
Yeah. Well,
Also,
look what
I
happened to
hate-
that guy.
Yeah, true.
He's coming back.
Is he coming back like a Darth Maul style?
Actually, I saw a picture today with like that ring that everybody kept on saying that was like apparently Snoke wore a ring that had Darth Sidious's lightsaber crystal.
Yeah.
It was like a black crystal
Yeah.
on his ring.
I see that.
Yeah.
And apparently, it was like, I saw a photo and it was like someone took a photo of Rey's hands and she had the same ring on. So maybe
Which Ray?
dark side Rey.
Yeah. Okay.
So maybe it is, maybe like that, maybe that ring has some sort of significance, or maybe it's just, like, I don't know. But I have a feeling that it is a force apparition. I don't know. I doubt that she will actually turn to the dark side because it's just not in her
So-
character to do that.
Most people are saying it's either a clone or it's like that scene in Empire Strikes Back when Luke goes into the cave and he has to fight Darth Vader,
Yeah.
and he fights. Most people are assuming that that's a Rey-centric thing. I actually I can't say it's definitely going to happen, but what if that's Kylo's trip into a Force area?
Oh yeah.
Because obviously his greatest fear at this point would be, like, assuming that the whole Last Jedi thing where they both doubled down on their side of the Force.
Yeah.
So Rey, they had the choice to switch,
Yeah.
and Rey went, no, I'm definitely light side.
Yeah.
And Kylo went, I'm definitely dark side. And we've seen in the trailer Rey in the forest wearing all white now, no grey, like it's all white. It's basically Obi-Wan's outfit for women. And so it's not outside the
Yeah,
realms
that's
of reason
the
that
one on
Kylo's greatest fear would be Rey turning to the dark side and taking his spot. Like if
He's a little
his
bitch.
goal is to finish what Darth Vader started, and I assume that's Darth Vader's quest to become the most powerful Force user, like dark side user,
Yeah.
then his greatest fear by comparison would be somebody taking his spot.
Yeah. True.
What's wild is that I reckon that quote, finish what Darth Vader started, could be a direct plot point. Of
What, like?
He's literally going to kill the Emperor.
We've got to assume the Emperor's dead. I assume that the Emperor's appearance in this will either be Sentinels or as a dark side Force apparition.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see. Look, I think to bring the Emperor back and then inevitably have him killed again in one movie is a bit much.
I reckon the Emperor and Snoke in the same way.
Look, I wouldn't put it past him. I would say
Snoke is using Emperor as a Force apparition.
I would say, yeah.
Please don't
I would say
let
it's.
Snoke be
I'd say
dead.
it's
so useless.
I would say it was more likely that Snoke was being possessed by Emperor Palpatine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. How long is this movie?
We don't know yet. No official. I assume it's going to be upwards of 2.5 hours.
What should be like 8 hours long? God, it's so hard.
I'd love it. As long as there was an intermission.
It will never happen. An 8 hour. Unless you do like a marathon.
Bathroom breaks.
Yeah.
I've watched Star Wars for 8 hours before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
so
watched
what?
Star Wars for more than 8 hours before. Yeah, I don't. That's the thing. The trailer's so good. It got everyone hyped, but all it did was pose more questions,
Yeah.
which is good. And also, like, yeah, but you've been posing questions for 2 movies now, and none of them have been answered. So there's a lot of questions to answer, and we're not getting all of them.
You actually said something to me the other night, like after we, like the day the trailer came out, and we were talking about it all day, and then we were walking home, and then like as we were talking about it, you said to me, "It's like I don't want to be that guy, but what if it's shit?" And I'm like, "Shit, yeah. What if you're right?"
Yeah, it's one of those. It's like
Because I was thinking about that today with the Joker trailer, because everyone who keeps on saying is like...
it's the greatest thing
It's the
ever.
greatest
Is if
thing,
you
it's
go
a
into a
masterpiece.
movie believing it's going to be the greatest thing ever, it's going to be really, really, really hard for that to still be the greatest thing ever.
Yeah.
Yes, I know you're thinking of Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory.
Oh, no, not at all. That's not what I was thinking.
Well,
But what you guys are discussing
Yeah.
is exactly why I did my social experiment of not watching trailers for a
Oh yeah, so last year,
yeah, last
Tom didn't watch movie
2018.
trailers.
2018, I did not watch a movie trailer.
He didn't watch a
Really?
single movie trailer.
Not
Yeah, no, he
one.
actually didn't watch a single movie
I brought
trailer.
headphones to the movies while trailers were playing. I faced away from the movie screen with headphones in, listening to music and watching watching something on YouTube until I almost exclusively went to the movies with Jacob until Jacob patted me on the shoulder and said, "All right, like movies can start. Pay attention."
And then he appreciated movies. He appreciated some movies where, like, some comedies where all of the good stuff was shown in the trailer because he hadn't seen the jokes before.
So,
yeah.
So that still had good
we
jokes
went,
in
We
it.
went and watched. Was it Jumanji last
I think it
year?
was Jumanji. Yeah.
And there was a joke in the trailer that everyone had seen 100,000
is
times.
it Don't Cry, Don't Cry? Is it that one?
No.
It might have been.
Might have been
It
something
might have
like
been the
that.
Smolder joke.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it was,
yeah,
it was
yeah,
definitely
yeah.
the small
The
joke.
small joke.
Where no one in the cinema laughed except for me, because I'd never seen it before, and I was like, "That's good, I like that." So
Yeah.
I had a nice chuckle,
Oh,
and
yeah.
everyone was just like, "Who's this idiot?"
Like that's no, that is a really good way to go see a movie, but also it's like when a trailer comes out, that's the one that like my day is gone. It's just depending on the movie, depending on the trailer, my day is gone.
I mean, it's hard for us. It's our job. Our job is to stay up to date with all pop culture releases. To not watch trailers would be ridiculous.
Well, I'm up to date with releases. I know what's coming out.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? Like,
I Google.
if you got to sit there and break down a trailer, it's going to be really hard if you've not watched it.
Yeah, but alternatively, things that hype me up were concepts instead. So I would see movie posters and sort of
Yeah.
analyze movie posters more,
Yeah.
trying to pick what the story is, and the title, trying to pick what the story is, to know if I should go watch it
Yeah.
because I hadn't seen the trailer.
With-
So there were also movies I watched that I just did not enjoy because it had no relation to me, and I wouldn't have watched them had I watched the trailer. So it's like, it's ups and downs. It's like, well, you either go watch every movie
Yeah.
because you don't know what's going to be good, or you watch movies other people are talking about and hope you like the same thing, or you
I did
watch
that
the
to
trailer.
you. I did that to you guys. Remember when like I took you guys to go see, I think it was, what was it? Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
No, I wanted to see Godzilla.
You wanted to see it. I don't know about you, but when I took you
I
guys
had no
to go
idea
see
about it. I hadn't seen the first one.
But when I took you
Super
both to go
confused.
see it, Like I could
I
have.
never finished King
I
Kong.
actually never really asked you. Did you like it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was entertaining.
Yeah.
But I never finished King Kong.
But I'll tell you what, that
Kong
night,
Skull Island, I never finished that.
that night I was so
I'm so
close.
confused.
That night I was so close to, like, I've never shouted at anybody in a cinema before.
Oh.
But there were these people that were just sitting in
These
front of
kids.
us, like they were like
Like
15-year-old
15, yeah.
kids. There was like 6 of them, and they decided to come into a movie that people had paid money to see, and just talk the entire time. Not just talk, but like throw
Yell.
stuff and
Yeah.
yell at each
Yeah.
other. I was about to, like my blood was boiling. Like I was about to get up out of my seat, and then all of a sudden, a woman in front of me,
Behind us,
or
yeah.
behind us,
Yeah,
like said,
behind
I
us.
just said,
Top
"Can you
G,
shut up?"
the
Which is fair.
Which is
Yeah.
fair, 'cause
Don't be that guy. Nobody likes that guy.
Yeah.
But like having said that, with like not watching posters and movies and all that stuff, like I feel like Star Wars is one of those things. Is like I could have not watched any trailers up to that point. I'll be just as hyped standing outside
Well,
of the
20
cinema to watch. 2015?
When did the
2015.
second one come out?
What? Last Jedi?
Yeah.
2017.
It would have been 2017 then, because I didn't watch any Last Jedi trailers at all. I had no idea what was going on. Didn't know anything about it outside of watching.
Like just watching.
Outside of watching Force Awakens.
Yeah, true.
So I didn't watch trailers. I just watched movie posters. Looked at them.
Yeah.
It's Star Wars. I knew I was gonna go and watch it. And then coming out of that movie, I had a much more enjoyable experience than most.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, it's Star Wars, and I had no idea what route they were taking. I didn't watch trailers and ask questions and build something up in my mind for it to happen.
Yeah.
And it not happen. I was just like, what are they
Yeah,
gonna do?
I
Trying
think-
to base it off the last movie, and I went in and I had a different experience to a lot of people.
Yeah. But I think that's a key, isn't it? Is we actually read an article about this. If you build up fan theories to a certain point, where if you manage to pull things together,
Yeah.
so it makes perfect sense, and like I could write The Rise of Skywalker now, and it would make perfect sense.
Yeah.
But that's probably not going to be what happened. The difference between, like obviously not everyone, but I've noticed that the major difference between people who enjoyed Last Jedi and the people who didn't was that it didn't happen the way they wanted it to.
Yeah. It didn't reach like what they. It didn't turn out the way they wanted it to turn out.
Like, because honestly, I could build The Rise of Skywalker now and just say it could actually end with the Force ghosts of Anakin and Luke fighting the Force ghosts of Palpatine. It'd be awesome.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. It's just not.
Said it. It's gonna happen now. And if it doesn't happen,
Okay.
the movie.
It's real life, not Dungeons and Dragons. Just because I say it doesn't make it canon.
Force ghosts can fight each other?
We don't know. I assume so. They're literally just like embodiments of the Force.
Yeah. I mean, I don't see why they can't.
They're ghosts.
They're Force ghosts.
If the Force can clash, I don't see why Force ghosts couldn't. It's not going to be a lightsaber fight.
It's gonna be yeah.
It would be Force lightning. It would have to be, or a variation on Force lightning.
Yeah.
So we need the Force ghosts.
The Force Ghostbusters.
I swear to God, I would lose my shit if there was Darth Bill Murray.
Or he wouldn't be Darth.
Bill Murray could do whatever he wants.
Yeah, true.
Well, what's that little theory that Darth means in?
Yeah. In Murray. In Bill Murray. Can I be Darth Bill Murray?
No, surely he'd be Darth great movies.
Yeah. Does he? That's the other thing. Do you think we're going to get a Darth variant for Kylo Ren? Is he going to become Darth Kylo Ren?
No, God, no.
Because this whole thing up to like the end of Last Jedi was he's not a Sith,
No.
but he is a Sith now. Like,
No, he's
is he not?
I'm just like, yeah, you said yourself that
not.
he doesn't like the Sith and the Jedi
Sith is a
kill it
religion.
all. Like that's the old.
Yeah, but you say that,
Yeah.
but then they both definitely went Jedi and Sith.
Oh yeah.
Like that's
they're
the
not
thing. Is like
calling
he
themselves
stands there and he
That's the massive thing, that Sith is essentially a religion. So if you don't identify yourself to be part of it, he's not going to be a Sith. Unless he turns around and goes, I'm a Sith, then
Yeah.
you start getting into
But also-
darts and stuff. If he's just an evil bloke, he's just an evil bloke who can use Force.
yes, but also Rey is definitely a Jedi.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'm just.
Wonder what they're gonna do with Broom Kid. Remember Broom Kid?
I don't. People are saying that that's gonna. I don't think it was. I think it was a symbol.
It's him. He's Palpatine.
I think. I can't put that on the internet. God damn it. That's like saying, you know, the little kid from Revenge of the Sith
Yeah.
he's Snoke.
He is.
It's not.
Wait, what little kid?
The little kid that Anakin kills with a lightsaber and he goes, Master Skywalker, what are we gonna do? And he fucking gets him with the lightsaber.
That makes sense why he hates this guy.
You put their faces together, they look similar.
I could put Jar Jar's over Big Fudge, it doesn't mean that they're related.
What's that?
I could put Jar Jar's face over Big Fudge, it doesn't make them related.
I was going to insult you, decided not to.
Oh, thanks.
Woo, one time today.
I've not insulted you a lot today.
He's insulted in the regular amount. Honestly, I think we're going to go down a rabbit hole of Star Wars stuff, which we're trying to save for closer to the release of Star Wars, so we'll call it there. Tom?
Darth Rabbit Holes.
Darth Rabbit Holes.
Hashtag Darth Rabbit Holes.
I will hashtag that when I put it online. Thanks for being on your first video podcast and
Did you enjoy it?
insulting Big Fudge.
Yeah, it's just
I assume everyone else is enjoying the videos on account of we look fantastic.
Now the entire internet knows that you insulted.
I mean, yeah.
In fairness, they knew
did
that
all
anyway.
the other podcasts. It's just now they know what I look like when I do it. It's quite happy.
Yeah, in fairness. If you want to follow us on social media, Big Fudge is at JaredKidder1. Tom, your Instagram handle, you don't have Twitter, do you?
At Ricey_1998, maybe.
I am at Review by Lurch. Real Talk has an official Twitter page. It is at real_pop.
Yeah.
That was the only one that was available. They have to
That was the only one
they have
that
to be
was
short. Yeah, well, they have to be short. Instagram is Real Talk _Pop Culture Discussions. Real Talk Pop Culture Discussions is where you will find everything else.
Yeah,
Twitch
well.
is Real Talk PCD. The website is realtalkpcd.com. And yeah, just go onto Facebook. Everything gets posted there eventually. And with that, we'll call it there. As always, guys, keep it real.
Be real. Stay sexy.
You know what? Do what you want to do.
Yeah, digging on that.
Yeah.
Do what you want to do.
Well, don't. Fuck you guys.